Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon. Had your lunch? Am I audible? Am I audible? Can you hear me? Hello. Am I audible? Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Just share the screen. Where did we stop yesterday?
We completed borrowing cost, sir.
Okay. Capital grants we have finished? No. Capital and revenue grants we have done, no? Borrowing cost is also completed.
We need to start, sir. We need to start with borrowing costs.
Okay. Now, borrowing cost, as I told you, it is a very important concept and it will be tested in the examination also. It is nothing but interest that is paid on loan, and what part of the interest will be capitalized and what part of the interest will be charged to profit and loss. Now, there is a certain condition here that you have to follow for capitalization of interest. That is, capitalization means adding the interest to the cost of the asset. So, they have said that borrowing cost must be capitalized as part of the cost of an asset if the asset is a qualifying asset. Now, what is a qualifying asset? Qualifying asset means an asset which takes some time to be ready for use. For example, a building, office building, a factory building. It will take some time for it to be constructed and put to use. Machinery, for example. Sometimes you have to assemble the machinery and then put it to use. So, a qualifying asset which takes some time for its construction and for it to get ready to be put to use. That is called as a qualifying asset. So it must be the cost of a qualifying asset. Second, the capitalization of interest must start when all the following conditions are met. So we can see that I've circled the word all. So the first condition, first condition and the second condition and the third condition. So the word is and over here. So expenditure for the asset is being incurred and borrowing costs are being incurred and activities that are necessary to prepare the asset for its intended use or sale are in progress. So it means that the construction is in progress when the interest is being paid on the loan. Borrowing costs are being incurred. That means interest is being paid on the loan. And activities that are necessary to prepare the asset for its intended use, construction activity or marketing activity or sale activity, okay, that is going on when the interest is being paid. So interest should be being paid. We are paying interest on that particular date. Plus, when we are paying interest, the asset also, work must be going on the asset. If work is going on but interest is not paid, then you cannot capitalize. If interest is paid but work is not going on, work has stopped, then you can't capitalize interest. Okay, so these are the three conditions that have to be satisfied. Rate of interest to be taken when funds are borrowed specifically to acquire a qualifying asset. Borrowing costs which may be capitalized are those which are actually incurred, less any investment income on the temporary investment of the borrowings during the capitalized period. So we'll have to see what is the meaning of this. Less any investment income on the temporary investment of the borrowings during the capitalization period. So we'll do one thing. We'll take a small question and see how it is going to be solved. Okay. So just give me a minute. Okay. Take down a question. You can open your Excel sheet.
Yes, sir, I'm ready, sir.
Okay. Yeah. Can you see the Excel sheet? Yeah. Just take down the question. Done?
Done, sir.
Okay. A company took a 12% loan of $500,000 on Jan 1st for the construction of a building. The construction commenced on 1st March 2022 and was completed on 31st July 2022. During June 2022, construction was stopped because of non-availability of materials. Loan was repaid on 5th January 2023, it should be, not 22. Make the correction. This should be 2023. 5th January 2023. Calculate the interest to be capitalized and the amount to be charged to SOPL. That is for 2022. Now, first what we'll do is we'll calculate total interest for the year 2022 is equal to $500,000 into 12%. How much is that?
Oh, 60,000, sir.
60,000. Okay. Fine. Now tell me, how much of the interest is paid? What is the construction period? Tell me what is the construction period?
From 1st January 2022 to 31st July 2022.
Okay. Leave a line.
Sir, is it correct, sir?
Yeah. Interest paid during construction period. That is from 1st March, not 1st January, it is 1st March 2022 to completed on 31st July. So 31/7/2022. How many months is the interest?
5, sir.
5 months. So it is starting from 1st of March. So March, April, May, June, and July, 5 months. So I will calculate on $500,000, 12% interest for 5 months. See how much it is.
It's 25,000, sir.
25,000. Okay. So the amount is 25,000. But the question now is the interest being paid for all the 5 months? And for these 5 months, is the construction going on in full swing for the 5 months? What do you find? You find that the construction had stopped. Construction had stopped. In which month? In the month of June. So for 1 month, the construction was not going on, but interest was being paid. So what is the condition? That construction must be going on when the interest is being paid. But for 1 month, the construction was not going on. So I will say less interest for June 2022. That is 500,000 into 12% for 1 month. How much is that?
65,000.
5,000. So 20,000 is the amount of interest to be capitalized. So interest to be capitalized. Interest to be capitalized is 20,000. So out of 60,000 total interest for the year, 20,000 is to be capitalized. So how much will be charged to SOPL? How much will be charged to SOPL?
60,000 plus 20,000, 80,000.
Why plus? Total interest for the year is 60,000. So it is
Yes, sir.
minus the amount to be capitalized.
Yes, sir. Correct. Minus.
So that is 40,000. 60,000 minus 20,000, 40,000. Done?
Done, sir.
So let us take one more question. One second. Will you try? See if you can solve the problem.
Yes, sir. I'll try, sir.
Done?
Doing, sir. Sir, the total interest for the year 2022 is 1 million into 12%, 1,20,000. And then interest paid during production period, the investment of 600,000 into 10%, that is 60,000.
That is the investment that you are making. You have to calculate on loan taken.
So it will be 1 million into 10%.
1 million into
Sir,
12%.
12% is total interest, sir. After that, since the entire amount of loan was not required in the initial stage, the company invested $600,000 on the loan at 10% interest on Jan 1st, 2022 for 5 months. So we should deduct, sir, 600,000 from 1 million.
No. First to calculate total interest payable for the year. It is $1 million into 12%. That comes to 1,20,000. Interest payable for construction period. That will be equal to $1 million into 12% for how many months? 5 months. So that comes to 50,000. Correct? Your construction period is from 1st of March up to 1st of August. So that is 5 months. Again, March, April, May, June, July. Okay? Now, loan was, you have not utilized the entire 1 million loan, and you have invested a part of that. So you have invested 600,000 out of that. So the interest receivable on that 600,000 during the period of construction will be deducted, because that is an income for you. This 50,000 is an expenditure for you. So from the expenditure, you will minus the interest that you have received, because that is not the actual cost that you have incurred. So less from that, interest income received. But now you have to calculate only on $600,000 at 10% for the period which is common to both. For the period which is common to both. You have made the investment on 1st Jan for 5 months, which means that it will be going up to May. Correct? The investment that you have made is from 1st of Jan up to May, 31st May, 5 months. What is the common period now? The common period is March, April and May, 3 months. Because construction has started only on 1st of March. So the period for which your interest is received and the period for which the interest was paid, which is to be capitalized, is common for 3 months, March, April and May. So you will calculate accordingly for 3 months. So 6%, 6 lakhs into 10% will come to 60,000 for the year. And for 3 months, it will come to 15,000. Correct? So 50,000 minus 15,000 the amount that you are going to get, that means the net amount is going to be 35,000. This is the amount of interest to be capitalized. So what is the amount of interest to be charged to profit and loss account?
1,20,000 minus 30,000, 35,000
Yeah.
is equal to 85,000.
Okay. Take down third question.
Construction first interest. Now construction period కి ఎంత? Construction period లో
Any problem?
no, sir. No.
Do it.
No.
Calculate and tell me.
10%. 80,000. 80,000. Okay. Payable. Transaction period from first Feb. Minimum. Mhm. February, March, April, May, June, July, August. 8 months. 7 months. September, August. 7 months. Mm, So decimals of some 80,000 into 7 divided by 2 is equal to 46. Round figure, right? 46, 667. Okay. For construction period. Hmm.
Finished?
Doing so.
What is the answer?
So total interest for the year is 80,000. Interest payable during the construction period is 800,000 into 10% into 7 by 12, because commencement of construction was on 1st Feb 2022 and the construction ended on September 1st, 2022. So that was 7 months. And the amount was 46,667. we in that we reduce interest received. That is the loan amount of 400,000 that was invested on Jan 1st, 2022 for 3 months at 12%. That amount comes to 12,000. 46,667 minus 12,000.
1 second. Interest for the period of construction, that is for 7 months, it will be 80,000 into 7 by 12. How much is that? 80,000 into 7 by 12?
Sir, 800,000, sir. 800,000 into
46,667.
yes, sir. Okay, correct. It's 80,000.
Now, less interest income received. Interest
Yes, sir.
income received, it will be on 4 lakhs. On 4 lakhs. What is the rate of interest?
12%, sir.
For how many months?
3 months.
No, we have to see the common period. What is the common period?
Common period.
February and March.
Yes, sir.
2 months.
2 months.
So it will be how much?
8,000.
Into 12% divided by 6. 8,000. Less interest during period of non-construction. Non-construction, it was only 1 month.
Yes, sir.
So how much will that be?
Sir, is it 400,000 into 12% into 1 by 12?
6,667. Correct, no?
Sir, how did we get 6,667?
80,000 into 1 by 12.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Correct. Got it.
So how much is the net balance? 32,000. Correct?
Yes, sir. Correct.
So we have taken 3 problems now. First, only with the calculation of interest to be capitalized. Second, we have taken where we have taken the amount of interest payable minus the amount of interest for the non-completion, that is when construction work was not there. And then one where we have taken the interest income also received. To all the 3 types we have covered. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So any of this type can come. So do the 6th question here. Wilson received 18 million for 5% loan on 1st January to finance construction of a new factory. As the funds were not all required immediately, Wilson invested $6 million in 2% bonds until 31st May. Construction of the factory began on 1st March and was completed on 31st December. calculate the amount of interest to be capitalized in respect of the factory as on 31st December. Chalo, calculate and tell me.
Yes, sir.
Hello, Nadia.
Sir, doing, sir. Two more steps.
Yeah, just give me the copies also. What is the amount?
Sir, 720.
How much are you getting?
720, sir.
What is 720? 720 what? 720,000.
Yes, sir.
720.
720,000.
Okay, fine. What is the total amount of interest payable for the period of construction?
For the 7,50,000.
Okay, 7,50,000. Then
Interest charge for non-construction period 18 million into 5% for 2 months they didn't construct, so 2 by 12, that is 1,50,000. And
1 minute, 1 minute. For
yes,
two
sir.
months they did not construct means I didn't get it. 750,000 I understood.
Yes, sir.
After 750,000,
Interest invested in bonds 6 million into 2% into 5 months. That is from uh,
how
I
much is
got
that?
it. That is from January to May. That is 50,000.
Okay.
And the interest, that is the bonds interest, that okay. This is 70,000.
Mhm.
And the bonds interest that is not charged was less for 2 months. So 6 million into 2% into 2 by 12.
No, no, I did not understand that 50,000 ka figure.
Sir, no, sir. It is total interest for the year is 9 lakh.
Hmm.
Interest payable for the construction period is 7,50,000.
Hmm.
Less interest charge for non-construction period is 1,50,000.
What is non-construction period here? Construction period is 10 months, no?
Sir, from the construction began from March to December.
So 10 months,
So
no? So for 10 months you have calculated 7,50,000.
yes, sir.
Then again where non-construction period comes?
January and February.
January, February is after March or before March?
Before March.
So how,
Okay.
why you are taking? Construction period, during the construction period, is there any non-construction period?
No, sir.
Then,
No.
then how did you get 720?
Sir, I did something.
Ten months construction period is 750. That is correct. After that, what?
Sir, for that 6 million of 2% in interest bonds, sir,
How many months?
5 months
Why you
till
will take
31st May.
Why you will take 5 months?
Sir, it says all immediately. Wilson invested 6 million in 2% bonds until 31st May.
You see my earlier problems. Have I taken for entire period of investment? See my earlier
No,
solutions.
sir.
Then why you are taking for entire period of investment?
So we'll take only for 3 months.
You'll have to take only for 3 months.
Yes, sir. That I did it in 2 steps, sir. I took it for full 5 months and then I deducted 2 months
Should
from
not.
it.
You should not take it like that. Straight away you get the answer.
Okay, sir.
For 3 months you
In
take.
that we get 30,000. So that's how I got 720.
You have to take only for 3 months. March, April, May. Common period which is for payment and receipt.
Yes, sir.
Don't look at any other solutions. You have to look at only the solutions that I have done. You have to go in the same order. You look at so many solutions, you will make mistake.
Okay, sir.
Then cessation of capitalization. That means cessation means stopping. When will you stop capitalization? When substantially all the activities necessary to prepare the qualifying asset for intended use are complete or the construction is suspended. Try to do this one, 7th. On Jan 1st, 2020, XY Sainsco began to construct a supermarket which had an estimated useful life of 40 years. It purchased the site for $25 million. Construction of the building cost was $9 million and the fixtures and fittings cost $6 million. Construction of the supermarket was completed on 30th September and it was brought into use on 1st January. Sainsco borrowed $40 million in 1st January in order to finance the project. Loan carried interest at 10%. It was repaid on 30th June. Calculate total amount to be included at cost in property, plant and equipment in the respect of development on 31st December. Tell me. Finished?
Doing, sir.
Cost of the site is $25 million. Building cost is $9 million.
Furniture and fixtures, it's $6 million.
Then interest will come.
Yes, sir. Interest charge on non-construction period is 40 million into 10% into 9/12.
40 million is 4 million. 4 million into 9/12. 3 million, no?
Yes, sir. 3 million.
25 and 9 is 34 plus 6 is 40, $43 million.
43. Yes, sir.
Okay. So we'll stop here for today.
Yes.
Tomorrow we'll take up IS 40. That is again property, plant and equipment, but which is used not for business purpose, but for investment purpose.
Yes, sir.
Once again, I repeat, you have to study on a day-to-day basis, whatever has been done. Each accounting standard with the standard number, you have to study all the provisions, all the finer points, and learn to solve without looking at solution.
Sir, are there any homework sums, sir?
I'll give you, if possible, I'll try to make one problem sheet and give it to you. Okay?
Okay, sir.
So tomorrow same
Thank
time.
you, sir.
Tomorrow you don't have
Okay,
class
sir.
in the morning, or you are having class?
We are having, sir, class till 12:30.
But I was told that there is some retreat or something.
1 second, sir. I'll just confirm.
There is some retreat or something. That is what message I got. So all my lectures at MCC are cancelled.
Yes, sir. It's correct. On 13th and 14th, we'll be having 2 hours of session. Yes, sir.
Then 14th.
Tomorrow and day after.
Yeah, I don't have lectures with you. So afternoon, it will be 2 o'clock then. Afternoon 2 o'clock.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Yeah. Bye.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. Bye, sir.
Bye.